Hey, first graders, our last math lesson this year for the whole school year because it's the last day. Woohoo! All right, let's get started. We're going to talk about time and how to tell me what is 2 hours later or 2 hours earlier than the time I give you, okay? So let's take a look at some problems. Okay, first we're going to talk about 2 hours later, and I'm going to write my 2 hours later in red. And we'll come back and we're going to do 2 hours earlier, okay? So the first time we have here is 3 o'clock. And we want it to be 2 hours later. 2 hours later. So we know this is the hour and this is the minute. So if it's 2 hours later, are we getting more time or less time? Later, we're getting more time, right? So we're going to add 2 to our hours. So what is 3 plus 2? You got it. 2 hours later would be 5 o'clock. Great job. So what would be 2 hours later on 10 o'clock? Yes, we're going to add 2 to that 10, so it would be 12 o'clock. Okay, we're not going to be tricked by these because we can look at them and we can say that this clock says what time? You got it. It says 6 o'clock. So if we add 2 hours, we can write this digitally, can't we? 6 o'clock would look like this, just like we had up here. So if we add 2 hours, what time is it going to be, guys? Yes, it's going to be 8 o'clock. All right, what time does this clock tell us? Yeah, this one has 8 o'clock, and I can write it digitally like that. Okay, so if it's 2 hours later, what time will it be? Yes, it will be 10 o'clock. All right, so now let's do 2 hours earlier. Okay, so if it's earlier, it's a smaller number, isn't it? So now instead of adding 2 hours to our hours, we're going to subtract 2 hours. So what would 3 o'clock minus 2 hours be? 3 minus 2 is? You got it. It would be 1 o'clock. What about 10 minus 2 hours? You got it. That would be 8 o'clock. All right. We already know this is 6 o'clock, and we want to go back 2 hours. Okay? So if we go back 2 hours, we know this is the hour hand. We could count back 2, right? 1, 2, it would be 4 o'clock. All right, and 8 o'clock, if you count back 2 hours or we subtract 2, 1, 2, would be 6 o'clock, guys. So if you have a question that asks you that it's a certain number of hours later, we're going to add to the hours that many hours. If it's earlier, we subtract that many hours from our hours. Okay, first graders, you have done awesome with your math during this time that we've been doing this online, and I am so proud of you. You enjoy your summer, okay? And we will see you in the fall when you're second graders. Bye.